Hello guys, Charles here and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about pentatonics and specifically a few different pentatonics that work over the minor 7 flat 5 chord, which can cause some people a little bit of bother. So without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So for all of these I'm going to use E minor 7 flat 5, the notes of which are E, G, B flat, D, back to E again at the top. So it's a 4-note chord, E, G, B flat and D, and we're going to be building pentatonics that satisfy the requirements of that harmony. So the first one, which is by far my least favourite, but it's probably the best one to start with if you're not really very confident with your pentatonics and altering them yet, is to just play the E minor 7 flat 5 as if it were a G minor 6, which means we can use a G minor pentatonic over the top of it, which would sound something like this. Now, like I say, although I'm not really too keen on that one because of the F clashing with the E, it will do the job. So if you want to play in a pentatonic style, you can get away with that one for now and work on these next few in the meantime. So the next one would be to basically do what it says on the tin, which is to play a minor 7 chord and then flatten the 5th. Well, normally if we play a minor 7 chord with pentatonics, we'd just use that minor pentatonic. So in this instance, it would be an E minor 7 flat 5, basically an E minor pentatonic, but flatten the 5th. That would be taking the B in our pentatonic down to a B flat. That would sound like this. So that's probably the most correct one in terms of basic theory, would be just to stick to that idea. Basically, it's a E minor 7 flat 5 plus the note A, which you could call, I suppose, a minor 7 flat 5 sus or a minor 11 flat 5, whatever you like to call it. But anyway, just E, G, A, B flat and D. Now the next one, which is probably my favourite, would be to basically play an E minor 9 flat 5 arpeggio. This would be giving us the notes E, F sharp, G, B flat, D. That would be our pentatonic here. E, F sharp, G, B flat, D. So it's 1, 2, flat 3, flat 5, 7. That would sound something like this. So that one's drawn from the half-diminished scale, which is the 6th mode of the melodic minor scale. Now the final pentatonic, before I show you a hybrid scale, is to think about this in the context it normally arrives in, which is normally the 2 of a minor 2-5. So usually a minor 7 flat 5 chord is followed by a 7 flat 9, and we can actually, as we know, squash 2s and 5s together. So in this instance, E minor 7 flat 5 would usually go to an A7 flat 9. Before resolving to a D minor. So we can take the A7 flat 9 chord and use that as our arpeggio, which is A, B flat, C sharp, E, G. So we can take the notes of our A7 flat 9 arpeggio, which conveniently is a 5-note chord, and use that as a pentatonic over the E minor 7 flat 5. So that would give us E, G, A, B flat, C sharp, which sounds like this. Now, out of all those options, you may have a favourite, but the great thing is, if we know that all those work, we can start to combine them together into a hybrid scale. Now, for this first hybrid scale, I'm going to ignore the G minor pentatonic option because, like I say, I just don't really like that one. It's not really on the table for me as a player. So, taking the notes of the ones that we do like, which is the minor 7 flat 5 pentatonic, the minor 9 flat 5 pentatonic, and the A7 flat 9 arpeggio, we end up with a slightly bigger scale. So that would be E, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C sharp, D, and E. Now that's actually the second mode of the harmonic major scale, the D harmonic major scale. It sounds like this. Now finally, if we choose to add back in that G minor sound, the G minor pentatonic, that adds in the notes F and C to our list. So G minor pentatonic, G, B flat, C, D and F. And that basically fills in the slightly larger gaps within this hybrid scale. And we end up with this: E, F, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C, C sharp, D. Then back to E again at the top. Now that's a 9-note scale, so we've got plenty of options. That one sounds like this. So you can see on that one chord type alone, a minor 7 flat 5, there are so many options available to us. We've really got an unlimited number of colours. You're very close to playing 12 tone there because we're only really missing out 3 notes. We've got 9 already, only 3 away from 12. There's ways to fit those ones in as well, of course, but for now, we'll knock it on the head at the 9-note scale. So I hope you found that one useful and you feel you've got something to work on there over these minor 7 flat 5 chords. If you did, please do give it a like, subscribe, ding that notification bell, and share with any of your friends who you think would be able to tackle this material. And as always, I hope you're all doing very well, getting plenty of practice in, and I very much look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers!
Roll up, let me embed a story you'll never forget. A drip, drip, you're drowning in debt now. You can't buy your way out, and I heard you find it difficult to cope well.